Hey guys, I'm Charlie here back again doing another movie review, and today we'll be reviewing Brave. Now, Brave, I'm not gonna say who Brave is directed and starred with, because like the director and the actors are very unknown. Like this director, I don't even think he's made a Pixar movie before. I think this is his only one. So yeah, but all these actors, they're very unknown. Like I don't even know these actors. I mean, the only actor I know is the girl who plays the mom, but I don't really like. But like I only know her in a few movies. But other than that, I don't really know anyone else that stars in this movie. Um, so so yeah. So the plot of Brave. Let's get on to the plot. The plot is very simple. This movie takes place like back in the day, like somewhere around I think the 1500s, I think, like around the times where there was kingdoms and castles and all this stuff, and they would use arrows. Yeah, and so we follow with this girl named Marinda, I think, or I think her name's Marinda. Yeah. Her name's Marinda. She's a redhead, and so she has a mom named Eleanor. I think. Yeah, it's Eleanor. I forgot her dad's name. Yeah, but her mom is Eleanor, and so her mom has always wanted Marinda to be the queen. Like she's always wanted her to be queen and princess and all this stuff, and she's always prepared her whole life for it. But Marinda does not want part of any of that because like it's not her type of thing. Like it's not what she wants to do, and but her mother is completely against that. But Marinda does not want any of that. And so like what Marinda does is she tries to she tries to like change her viewpoint on that so she won't become queen. And so and so she ends up like just going out of the kingdom, and then she goes to this place with the witch. What was I gonna say? So she goes to this place with the witch, and then the witch she tells the witch like, I'll buy everything here, and I'll give you this necklace. At least just let me give me a spell that'll change my mom's viewpoint. And so she gives her a cake to give to her mom. But when she gives her the cake, instead of changing her viewpoint, it turned her into a bear. Like it turned her into this big bear. And so like Miranda's very scared of this, and so they're trying really hard to avoid her dad and all the other people in the kingdom, and they're trying to figure out a way to bring the mom back to a human. And so, but like they have to do it before the second sunrise. Like they have to figure out this way, like this very confusing like thing to bring her back. Like it's very confusing. So yeah, but I don't really know what really is gonna bring her back in this movie. But so yeah, but if she doesn't do that before the second sunrise, then her mom will be a bear. Like she's like not even like with time, like she's very fast she's starting to turn into a real bear, and her whole mood is starting to turn into a real bear too, and like she's starting to act like one too, but the bear acts like the mom, but very fast she's starting to just act like a regular bear. So yeah, so that's basically the whole plot of Brave. Not that I like Brave, it's okay. I mean, this is most definitely one of Pixar's weaker movies. Definitely. This is literally one I don't really enjoy all that often. And whenever I'm marathoning Pixar like I am right now, literally, I don't like sitting through this one. I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, it's not very watchable to me. Like, whenever I watch this, I just feel like I'm doing a task, actually, because literally, that's what I felt like just rewatching it right now. Literally, it just felt like a huge task I had to do. And I don't really feel like wanting to review this either. I mean, but I have to, though. I mean, but there is just one or two Pixar movies that I will not review for shit. Because one being Cars 3, which Cars 3 is my absolute least favorite Pixar movie, and one of my least favorite movies of all time, so I'm completely not gonna skip that one and not gonna review that one at all. So that's why I reviewed this one very late, because I was supposed to review this before Monsters University, but I didn't really feel like it. And so now, like, this is the time that I thought to review Brave, since I'm bored as fuck. Yeah, but the next Pixar movie I'll review after this will probably be Coco. Which is a really good one, but I'll get to that. What was I gonna say? So yeah, this movie just gets very boring at times. Like, this movie's super boring at times. It's not very interesting, and it's just like, I don't know, like just I don't know, just not the most memorable. Literally, this is not one of this is one of the more forgettable Pixar movies, and to myself included. Let me see. So let's get on to the characters of this movie now. Like the characters were, I don't know. Like I didn't like the characters very much to this movie. I mean, there are only just like one or two that I liked. Like the only characters I liked were the main ones, the Miranda and Eleanor. I mean, even them two weren't even that interesting either. But there were some stuff that I liked about them, but a lot that I didn't, and they weren't great characters at all. Literally, like there's so much better Pixar characters than them, so much, and literally like I said, they're not great characters like in other Pixar movies, but they're okay. Yeah, but Miranda, I do like the whole story with her not wanting to be a queen and her just wanting to be like a warrior like everyone else, like all the other men. Yeah, so that whole stuff I enjoyed. And the duo with her mother was fine, I guess. Yeah, so, and I just really like how brave she was. Like, she was a really brave girl. She was, and she really wanted to fit in with, the fighters, and I like that. And, let's get on to Eleanor, the mom. Now, the mom, yeah, she was okay. I mean, I liked how, I like that line that, I like when she tells Miranda, like, you've been preparing for this your whole life. She's like, no, you've been preparing me this for my whole life. It's what you want, not me. Like, you've been forcing me. Yeah, and I like that line a lot. And I like that whole theme to this movie, like the mom forcing someone to be something they're not. I mean, I like that plot. I like that little theme. Let me see. So yeah, and the stuff with her as a bear was fine. I mean, literally, I do not see this queen being a bear. Like literally, like whenever I see this bear, like her as a bear, like I don't feel like it's the same person actually, like at all. Like I do not feel like this is the same person at all. Yeah, they could have done a way better job with the whole bear thing. But literally the whole bear stuff I felt was a little forced and rushed in my opinion. Like it felt kind of rushed, like the whole bear thing. And this movie, like, I would say this movie did not have a pace to it at all. Like the pacing was literally garbage. Like the pacing literally was a piece of shit. And this movie like was all over the place with the pacing, and I could not follow up with the pace, and it was just like so messy. Just the pacing is really flops. Yeah, that's another huge negative to this movie. So yeah, Eleanor was okay, and then what was I gonna say? And then there's these other characters too, like the dad. I thought the dad was okay. I mean, there was a bit of comic relief in this movie, which I thought most of the comic relief worked in this movie. Actually, I would say that's a pretty big positive to this movie is the comic relief, because this movie did make me laugh at that sometimes, mostly due to the dad and his people, like the other the brave men. Like I like those people. Like I honestly like the minor characters better than the main characters, honestly, because I find the minor characters, like the strong men, to be very funny actually. Like they have a lot of funny lines, and I just love their whole like how they're always fighting each other, like how they're always competing, and all the jokes about like this guy is speaking British and we don't even get what he's saying. And then this other dude he's the son of the old man, where he just seems very weak and he seems like a retard, but he can do some stuff, like he can beat up people and he can barely make an arrow, like he can barely make it to the target with the arrow. Yeah, that whole stuff I thought was very entertaining. Yeah. Let me think. Is there anything else I should say? Oh yeah, and a huge negative to this movie too is the little brothers, like the three little brothers. I just find them super irritating. Like literally, like you could easily take them out of the movie because they literally felt out of place for every scene they were in. And don't even get me started with them turning into bears. Literally, they just felt so out of place. Whenever they come on screen, I'm just like, okay, get off the screen now, please. Just get off the fucking screen. Yeah, I did not like the three little brothers one bit. Let me think. Is there any other characters that I'm missing to this movie? Oh yeah, and then there's this other thing, with the witch, this witch girl, and I just felt like I don't know, like she just felt, I don't know, she didn't feel forced, nor I don't know, like the witch, the witch was, I don't know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about the witch. I don't like her, nor do I hate her. It's just she was just there actually. Like I felt like she was just there to be just a witch, to like to be the one to give the like, just to be something for the mom to turn into a bear. Like just throw this in so that we can get to the bear stuff. Yeah, so I just felt like, I don't know, like the witch. I I don't know, like I don't know how to feel about the witch. And also another thing is she never comes back in the movie. This movie would have been a lot interesting if they just kept the witch, because literally, like, she never comes back in the movie. Because there's just one scene where they're just trying to go to the witch to see like how to reverse the spell, but she just leaves the whole kingdom. She leaves everything, like she takes all the things in her workshop, and she never comes back in the movie. Literally, like, that's so weird. They could have done so much, like, they could have done so much with keeping the witch in the movie, but they completely decide to throw that away. Yeah, it's just, and, like, literally, it's just so weird how she never comes back in the movie. Like, it would have been cool to have an end battle with her. It's just, ugh, just, okay, no, we're talking about the witch. Just, no, we're talking about the witch. So yeah, the characters were, the characters, so let's get on to the settings of this movie, which I thought they did a pretty good job with the setting, the scenery, with like taking place like back in the day with the castles and the big fields and the forests. I thought they did a pretty good job with the scenery. I mean, yeah, it was a solid job. Now let's get on to the soundtrack, which I thought the soundtrack definitely one of the more forgettable soundtracks too. The soundtrack wasn't even something that I liked listening to. I mean, it was okay. Like, I don't know, just it was okay. Let me think. Anything else I should talk about? So yeah, and I felt like they should have given this project to another Pixar director, because these, like I said, are very unknown. Like they could have easily given this to Andrew Stanton, or who else is a major director of Pixar? They could have given it to Lee Unkrich too, because Lee Unkrich does some pretty good Pixar movies too. They could have given it to so much other Pixar directors, but they decided to give it to these fucking people. But if they give it to the other directors, this movie probably would have been a better movie. So yeah, and this movie is very predictable too. Like with all the scenes where it's trying to be suspenseful, it's just very predictable. Yeah, and I didn't think the suspense really worked well for me in this movie. Let me see. Definitely, this is like in the bottom of the Pixar movies. Like if I was ranking the Pixar movies, this would definitely be like in the bottom. Um, what was I gonna say? But there's a few scenes I like. Like I like that scene where Miranda's like making a huge speech to the whole kingdom, so the mom can like go up the stairs. That whole scene I thought was pretty entertaining, and I like the whole themes that were in that scene. Any other scenes I should say? And I really like that scene where this was definitely my favorite scene in the movie, where the mom is like learning how to catch fish. Like she keeps getting like Miranda to make her fish, but then she's like, no, just do it yourself. Like just go to that pond where all the fish are swimming in, and then she's trying to catch the fish with her mouth and her hands. Yeah, I thought that scene was so funny actually. Definitely the like I said, definitely the best scene of the movie. Yeah. Let me think. So yeah, other than that, like a lot of others, like this, a lot of other scenes in this movie are just super boring. And then the end, I didn't really think made much sense either. Like I said, the whole thing with like how to try to put her back to human didn't really make much sense to me. And like you could have easily given us a simpler way to bring her back, like bring her back to a human, because like what they give us literally is very confusing and literally like detracts the whole pacing too, and literally like makes you not interested in the movie much. Yeah. Yeah, but the end of the movie, the end was very rushed too, because there was like a two-way bear fight that was just super fast, and it just didn't really serve much of a purpose. I mean, except for like for one thing, which was like a thing with the wisp, and I like the wisps too. Like the wisp, I thought were pretty cool. Um, so yeah, but just the whole ending, I just thought didn't really like land for me. Let me think. I mean, but I thought it was funny how like they were naked. I thought that was kind of funny. There were a bit of like funny scenes in the ending, but it just didn't like really make much sense to me. So yeah, to rate this movie, I'll probably go somewhere around a C, C plus, C. Yeah, I'll just give this movie a C plus. Yeah. Bye, and see you all in the next review.